Welcome to Thoughts Roundup. Well, today I want to reiterate, I want to go back and tell a story that I've already told. And every once in a while, I just have to tell this story for me. And I might as well let you listen in. When I was 17 years old, I joined the Navy, and I had been used to going to church 3 times a week at least. And so when I joined the Navy, there was no church, and I got to really wanting to go bad to church. And I was up in Newport, Rhode Island, and out in Foxborough, Massachusetts. They had a church. And what I had to do was, I found out, was catch a bus, and it took me to a train station. And it was one of those commuter trains. And it went all the way to Foxborough. So when I got there, I got off the train and I walked down this main street, and I got to a side road that turned and went to the church, and I walked to the church. I think it was about 3/4 of a mile or 1/4 of a mile, something like that. And I got there, and the tall pastor, stately gentleman, Brother George Cook, well dressed, he said something that they said later that it was so unusual for him to do. He said, "We have a terrific need that's arisen," and he said, "If you have $5, I'd like for you to put that in the offering." Well, when I got my ticket, I had $10 when I got my ticket, and I had to wait to get my ticket to come back when I went back. So I had $5 left, and I had to get home on that $5. I really was not going to give it, but the closer the offering pan came to me, the more I felt impressed that I must give it. And so when I put that in the offering pan, I saw the offering pan go by me and go down all the way down to the end of the bench and turn right, and I could see that my $5 was still on top. And so I didn't do things properly from that point on. I didn't want people to know my predicament. Of course, I was young. I was 17 years old, and I should have done it different, but I didn't tell anyone, and I hid. And everyone left the church. And so they turned the lights off, and everyone left. And I went up and sat on the brick steps, and I could see down that dark lane where the trees came over the road. It was one of the loneliest moments of my life, and I did not know what to do. So I sat there for about 45 minutes, and all of a sudden I saw car lights coming up the dim lit road, and Joe Zenny and his wife, Jean, I believe, well, his name was Joe, and maybe I forget her name, but anyway, when they pulled up, And they said, "Oh, we're so glad you're still here." Said we got down the road and we decided, hey, why didn't we take that sailor home back to his ship? Said it won't take us but 2.5 hours out of our way to take you home. And so I was so glad, and they took me home. They said they just wanted to chat with me and so forth. Well, I've always felt like God sent them back. And you know, that has something. It's made me know all the rest of my life that God would take care of me. And so it just does me good to refresh that in my memory sometimes. And so I hope maybe you would get a little from it also. God bless you.